And joining us now from Orange County, California is Wendy Rafferty, an internet security expert, also vice president of CrowdStrike. You know, this is an exciting time in healthcare, but a very scary time. And I know personally, I've been getting letters saying, sign up. And you open them up and I can tell they're a scam, but I imagine most people out there don't necessarily know if it's an honest option or a true scam.
Absolutely. What you're talking about is people taking advantage of the confusion that's out there. So you mentioned open enrollment started this Monday, so just 2 days ago. And in that time frame, there are multiple websites. So there's a lot of confusion regarding state by state. Every state has a different program. There are as many as 17 different websites that people can go to, varying on their state. So criminals, as you can imagine, are taking advantage of that.
And you know, when you're trying to get medical care, when you walk into a doctor's office to get care, you have to give them all of your personal information, just like opening a bank account or getting a credit card. They want to know your date of birth, your social security number, your address, your phone number. Guess what? If somebody has all that information on you, guess what? They can go to town. And if you haven't been a victim of identity theft
I have
yet, well,
already.
we all have, and I'm going through a disaster right now with this, and we're talking about it as it relates to your health. It's going to get worse, and these scammers are going to be there, so you really have to be vigilant. And I think you're the expert. I think you really have to watch your credit reports.
And the big thing too is older people. You know, like I have a mom and a grandma who just got email. So they're getting emails like click here to sign up. And what bothers me is that a lot of people, particularly our older population, are going to be clicking and entering their information.
Right, and they might not be so tech savvy.
And let's clarify this. The government is not calling or sending emails asking you to sign up. So if someone's calling you or sending you emails, do not respond, right?
Absolutely. That's certainly correct. So a few facts that everyone should be aware of. You don't need to sign up today. You have actually until March 31st of 2014 to sign up. So people don't need to have that rush that they have to do it today. Many of the websites have been
If you want coverage to start January 1, 2014, you do have to sign up by mid-December.
That's correct, December 15th.
But I think the other issue here is that there is a big difference between coverage and care, or coverage and access. So these are all logistical issues that people are having just with getting signed up to be covered. They might not have an actual medical issue right now that needs care. So where you bridge between the getting covered and getting care will be yet another challenge.
And like anything else, it's brand new. There are glitches, there are delays. You're going to have to be patient. You're probably going to have to wait, but make sure that you're doing it the right way and in a secure way.
And there is no signing up for the Affordable Care Act plans. There's no application fees. If someone's trying to charge you just to sign up, that's another red flag.
Absolutely. So there are a number of tips that people can use as general safety tips to protect themselves. First and foremost, manually enter the website address, which is www.healthcare.gov, into your browser. Make sure that's the only one that's legitimate. From there, you can go to your state's website. There is some confusion because some states' websites look different. But again, make sure you go from that www.healthcare.gov. Don't Google, how do I sign up for this plan? A lot of criminals are creating fraudulent websites, and what they then do is pay, so their ad ranking goes higher on Google. So if you were to Google that term, you have a pretty high likelihood of returning a fraudulent website that comes up first. As you mentioned, don't give your information to someone who asks you for it. Only if you are the one that is eliciting and putting it in from the actual legitimate website. Make sure your browser's
So
up to
advice
date.
for someone who is watching this and is like, oh my God, I think I've gotten scammed. I've entered information into something that I don't think was the government's website. Would you just recommend now getting maybe a fraud alert put on their account? Or
yeah, certainly a credit monitoring service. There are many actually that are free. There's free credit report, but actually monitoring your information, your credit card information, your banking account on a daily or weekly basis is something everyone should do.
So be vigilant, be careful. Wendy, thank you so much for sharing those tips with us.
Thank you.
Just remember, your main portal of entry is healthcare.gov. Don't fall for the scam
And
artists
don't be
out there.
afraid to pick up the phone and call. If you're not a tech savvy person, use the telephone and call and get signed up.
Yeah.